All right, welcome in everybody. Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the iRacing Fast Series. 360 sprint cars from Limaland Speedway tonight. Drivers still checking in for this one. Some of the old familiar faces. Craig Dunn, Brett Wheeler, Mason Hannigan, Carter Chevalier, Jeff Stewart. In attendance tonight for these guys. Week number 4, I believe, for this series. If you are a regular viewer, you've seen them the last 2 or 3 weeks here on Monday night, 7:30 Eastern. Show number 1 of 2 tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Hello, Clyde. It has been a long time since I've seen your name in the scroller, so welcome back, sir. Guys, don't forget the likes, the shares, the follows. If you're over on YouTube or Twitch, say hi in the chat. We can see you. These guys got just about 45 seconds here. They're going to get ready to kick off qualifying. Very small field for these guys tonight. I am hoping to see a few more cars straggle in here. The last 3 weeks, they have had this in the open sessions, and they pulled in, 3-4 heats tonight. Look like maybe 2 heats, so they'll get this thing right and get it going again. But about 20 seconds, they'll get ready for qualifying. Guys, don't forget, second show tonight's going to be the Dirt Slingers Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Pro Series. Mike Peterson be in the booth with you on the call for that one. Starts around 9 Eastern, just a few minutes thereafter. But right now, qualifying about to be on tap for the guys here at the Fast Series. So we will go to our national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, national anthem by Johnny Foley. Appreciate that. 2 heats on tap for us tonight. Number 1 qualifier, Jeff Stewart, going to be on the pole for this one. The BS Air number 72, and on his outside, going to the 57D, the Wicked Cushion Esports Team SETI machine of Craig Dunn. Row 2 on the inside, Top Gun Motorsports driver in the 15 machine, Carter Chevalier. And to his outside, the Port Royal Speedway frame designs number 77 of Travis Snyder. On the back row, on the inside, the Action Auto Parts number 1 of Jason Randolph. And on his outside, in the beautiful yellow Pennzoil machine, the number 2 car, Jay Overy. So 6 cars scheduled to be in this one. Everybody going to the feature tonight. They will get around here pretty quick. 12 seconds, just a little bit over as the track starts to slick off. But this track looks like it's got plenty of grip still in it. We may see multiple lines even in the heat races. These guys about to go green here off of turn number 4. Jeff Stewart, Craig Dunn on our front row for heat race number 1. Green flag in the air, heat race number 1. Jeff Stewart got a great jump. Looked like Craig Dunn maybe just a little on the sleepy side on that start. Carter Chevalier was able to get to his inside, take over the second position through 3 and 4. Dead heat for second at the line between Chevalier and Dunn. Now Dunn off the high side has all the momentum. Move Craig Dunn into position number 2. Chevalier in third. Jason Randolph, Jeff Overdy, Travis Snyder's car wrecked in turns 3 and 4, and he took that directly into the work area, keeping the green flag over the speedway for us. Right now, Jeff Stewart got about 5-6 car lengths on Craig Dunn. Both drivers running right against the top of the speedway. Fastest way around the quarter mile here. Little nick of the wall you saw from the push bar on the back of the 57D machine of Dunn. Halfway home that time by, it's still Stewart, Dunn, Chevalier 1, 2, 3. Chevalier closing in on the back of that 57 machine. Loses a little bit in 3 and 4 as he tried to cut down a little early and not able to make that work. But Jeff Stewart, since the drop of the green flag, been out front. He's maintained that 5 or 6 car lengths. Now it's down to more like 4. The lap's starting to wind out, and he keeps getting loose off the exits of the corners, and Craig Dunn is going to find him. He got loose on the entry, got it up in the fence, able to hang on. Now Dunn sideways. Gets hit hard by Chevalier. Chevalier had nowhere to go. All the cars still pointed forward, so everybody going to keep this going. That should normally be a caution flag, but right now it is not. It's Carter Chevalier out in front. Looks like Jason Randolph to one machine. Now Chevalier puts it in the fence on the final lap. Big shuffle in the running order. It's going to be Randolph, Dunn, and Chevalier. 1, 2, 3. Not that time. It's Jeff Overy taking third away from Carter Chevalier. A lot of action in the last couple of laps, and these guys finding the fence. Maybe a little bit of overdriving on the corner entries, getting them out of shape. We'll get ready for the second of the 2 heat races. On the pole, the competition suspension dirt Armada number 22 of Mason Hannigan to his outside. The Chevy Accessories number 5 of Jimmy Mars. Row 2 on the inside, the Little Caesars hot and ready Camarillo number 10 of Hunter Brady. And on his outside, the Black Diamond Motorsports Ultimate Dirt TV, excuse me, number 56 of my favorite Kiwi Cream Puff. That's Brett Wheeler behind the wheel of that. And on the inside of the final row in the Killer Focus, number 181, Brent Hobson. So you got 5 cars there, all going to transfer through. Oh, no, Mr. Conley. The track needs way less water right now. Way less. They could stand a few more minutes of practice with the small field of cars to maybe knock down some of the moisture up on the top side for sure. Hannigan Mars going to bring us to green right here off of turn number 4. Car blinking out. That was Hunter Brady. The green flag is out. Heat race underway. Great start at the front. Mars and Hannigan dead even at the line. That's what we want to see every time. That time Mars had to back it down coming off too. As Hannigan slid across his nose on the exit. Now they trade slide jobs in turns 3 and 4. Lap 1 in the books. Hannigan, Mars, Brady, Wheeler, and Hobson in that order. I don't think Mars is done trying that slider in 3 and 4, and he got out of shape. Off of 2, he couldn't do it, so Mason Hannigan going to hang on. Brent Hobson, the 181 machine, started in 5th. He is running in 3rd. Brett Wheeler, the green machine, sitting in the 4th spot, and Hunter Brady in the infield had trouble on lap number 1. Took that car directly to the pits. But around the top side, Mars with a big run that time. Will he have enough on the exit of 3 and 4? Give him the lead at the line. Jimmy Mars by a skosh. And now takes a commanding lead down the backstretch. Coming to the halfway point, Mars, Hannigan, Hobson, Wheeler. Top 4 in this one. Brett Wheeler's car headed to the infield. Not liking the way that car felt. Nattery caught a little too much fence. Wasn't on him when it happened. Looks like he's going to come right back out. Maybe he just had to go through the infield and spit his chewing gum out or something. But he is right in front of the leaders with 3 to go, and he's going to the top side. Mars closing in. Hannigan right behind that. Mars slips off 2, allows Hannigan to close right up on him. Now Hannigan finds the fence. So give Mars some breathing room. Jimmy Mars. You're going to see the white flag off of turn 4. 1 to go that time. Hannigan closing back in. Mars really loose down into turn 3. Finds the fence, and Hannigan with the slide job. Gonna pick up the victory. Heat race number 2. Jimmy Mars second. Brent Hobson gonna come home third. Brett Wheeler wrapping this thing up right here with Hunter Brady in the infield. Heat race is over. Getting ready to go to the warm-up session. These guys will knock the track down just a little bit here. As soon as we see one of them out there, we'll let everybody know. This is the iRacing Fast Series. The 360 Wing Sprint cars. Presented by 19 Designs, Duke Superstore, and JZ iRacing Photography. Every Monday night, 7:30 Eastern. Find them in the league session. Talk to Carter Chevalier, and he'll get you hooked up with getting in here to race. Great sponsor there, Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. Big event coming up in about 3 weeks for them up in Lima, Ohio. Doing their fall brawl at the Hillbilly High Banks. Don't forget, here in just a little while, about 2 hours from now, maybe not even that long, maybe in about an hour from now, Dirt Slingers, Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series. Presented by a host of sponsors for that series. Wicked Cushion Esports, Tim's Dirt Track Sims, Edmund Trophy Company, Balducci Trucking, CarDealsOK.com, Raven Graphics, Burger King of Northwest Ohio. Racing for over $3,000 in cash and prizes for these guys this season. They're going to be about the halfway point. Week number 6. They're at Williams Grove tonight, so don't forget to tune in for that. Mike Peterson will be on the call with you. Warm-up session has ended. Time to get the A-Main out on the track. And we have 11 cars scheduled for you in this one. 40 laps on the board. And via the invert, we are going to put the 56 machine of Brett Wheeler on the pole with Carter Chevalier on his outside. The 181 of Brent Hobson on the inside of row 2 with Jay Overy, the 2 car on his outside. Jimmy Mars, the 5 car on the inside of row 3. Craig Dunn, the 57D on the outside of that row. Row 4 going to be Mason Hannigan, the 22 machine, with Jason Randolph in the 1 car on the outside of that row. Row 5 on the inside going to be the 72 of Jeff Stewart and Hunter Brady, the 10 machine on the outside of that row. Travis Snyder, the only call not making the car for the feature. Al, I do not doubt that for one moment. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. All right, one more time around behind the pace truck. They will go green the next time off turn 4. 40 laps on the board. The Kiwi Cream Puff. Brett Wheeler on the pole. Carter Chevalier on his outside. Green flag is in the air. Wheeler with a good jump right there. He goes straight to the top shelf. Carter Chevalier right in behind him. Brent Hobson was working through the middle there, that black machine. Craig Dunn settled into fourth. He's up on the top side. Mason Hannigan right in behind that, the orange number 22. Right now at the front, we're already into lap traffic. Overy down on the bottom, that 2 machine getting lapped on the high side. We are 3 laps into this thing, and they were already into lap traffic. Mason Hannigan. Hannigan finds his way into the fence back here. See what happened to him. This is down the front stretch, and he goes into turns 1 and 2. Looks pretty good there. Down the back stretch cleanly, up into 3 and 4. Right rear finds the outside fence, sucks the right front up against it. He tumbles and then hangs on the retaining wall. So Hannigan, done quickly in this one, was going to be one of the contenders, I think. I watched that car in his heat race fall back a little bit after brushing the wall, and then he came right back to the front. Just not going to make it happen in the feature. So 9 cars still on the racing service. Wheeler, Chevalier, Hobson, Dunn, Randolph, Stewart, Brady, Mars, Overy. In that order. They'll go single file. 33 going to be the new white flag. Or 43, excuse me. I'm sorry, 43, the new white flag. Green flag back in the air. Wheeler had a fantastic jump right there. Oh, Hobson finds a tire down on the inside of the track. Really slowed the 181 machine. He lost 3 spots right there. Randolph, Stewart, and Brady all getting past him. Now, Jimmy Mars way off the pace, was really good in his heat race, but he is quite a ways back as we get to the feature. But out in front, Brett Wheeler hanging on to this lead, and he is running right around the rim. Working that cushion. Carter Chevalier blinked out for just a second back there, but he's doing the same thing, and he is not making up any ground. Looks to me like he is losing distance as Wheeler just starts to extend and extend here. Get a wide angle shot so you can see the gap between first, second, and third. Starts to get a little tighter back here in fourth. Jason Randolph, that 1 machine right in front of Jeff Stewart. That's 4th and 5th. Kind of a gaggle behind those guys. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th all together as Hobson almost got into Brady. Brady got off the left rear tire of Jeff Stewart. Brett Wheeler staying out in front. He's led every lap so far. 12 down, quite a few still to go. 28 of them, to be exact. Carter Chevalier now a full straightaway behind, and Craig Dunn is closing in on his bumper. The 57D machine working the high side, brings it down a little bit lower on the exit to turn 4 right there. Out of shape, Chevalier. That's going to let Dunn close even further. And now Dunn trying to set the car early, find the drive down the hill. He's going to have the slide job here in 1 and 2. Doesn't quite throw it all the way out against the fence, and he's still going to clear. Able to get there. Move Craig Dunn into position 2, but Chevalier with a great exit off of turn 4. Takes it right back. Looks like we're into slide job city right now. These two going to trade them back and forth here. Dunn a little out of shape. Still had it at the line. Don't know if he's going to have it this time on the exit. Up the hill comes Chevalier. Dunn with a rocket shot down the backstretch off the top of turn 2. Secures himself into that spot. Just too much momentum off the top side, nearing the halfway point. Still Brett Wheeler. Wheeler, yeah, about half a lap now over Dunn and Chevalier. Jason Randolph, that black machine, the 1 car, closing in. Oh, a little bit of contact. Caution is out. Chevalier lost a lot of momentum. Carter lost all of his momentum in the center of 3 and 4. And Randolph was just coming through there. Not much he could do. Gets a little help, tagged a little bit in the left rear. Turns the car around. He's able to keep the power in it. A little bit of damage on the 72 car. Front wing missing. So we'll let them get lined up behind the pace truck here. We'll run through the lineup real quick. We were right at the halfway point right there, so we will be just right inside or right at it when we get the restart here. All right, Wheeler, Dunn, Chevalier, Overy, Hobson, Stewart, Randolph, Mars, and Brady in that order. Lights going off on the pace truck. These guys are going to go green off of turn 4 this time. "20 laps to go, so we're halfway. Another good restart. Mr. Wheeler. But he's got his Aussie buddy right behind him, the flying Aussie Craig Dunn, trying to chase him down. Dunn with a little different line than Wheeler that time through 1 and 2. Didn't make up any ground, but he didn't lose any either. Dunn staying up against the cushion. Now starts to put the gap back on Mr. Wheeler does on Mr. Dunn. Carter Chevalier still sitting in third. Brett Hobson right behind that. Jay Overy was almost lapped in the first 3 laps of the race. Now a little bit of contact there. He gets the car sideways, gets it back underneath him. Loses 3 spots. Mars, Stewart, and Brady all get by. At the front still Brett Wheeler. 15 laps to go. Dunn still second, Chevalier third, and Hobson fourth. That's a good battle right there. Hobson and Chevalier. Chevalier really sideways off of turn 2, and Hobson put it in there, but Chevalier uses the momentum in 3 and 4, and he goes right back by him. That 15 car really loose on the exit of turn number 2. Brent Hobson now into third, Chevalier back to fourth. Jeff Stewart with that damaged car still running in the 5th spot. Out in front. Oh, we got back just in time to see Brett Wheeler put the right side up into the fence. In the middle of turns 3 and 4, and that closes the gap quite a bit. Craig Dunn able to run down several car lengths on him right there. Brett Wheeler hangs on to the lead. Looks like Dunn is starting to go down to the bottom. Finding his way around the inside, shortening up the track. Waiting for Wheeler to make a slip. Going to be 10 to go this time when they cross the start-finish line. Still Wheeler Dunn. Hobson in third. Chevalier now has fallen a good distance back. Off of the back end of the 181 machine, he sits in fourth, and Jay Overy able to hang on to the 5th spot. Mars working his way around Stewart. Stewart may be starting to feel the effects of not having a nose wing on that 72 machine. And at the front, Wheeler down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. We saw a car head for the infield right there. Hunter Brady taking the 10 machine into the infield. We're going to have 5 to go when we cross the start-finish line this next time right here off of turns 3 and 4. 5 to go right there. Craig Dunn still in second behind Wheeler. Hobson still in third. A little ways out in front of Chevalier. Wheeler showing the way right now. It's flag to flag if he hangs on to it. 2 cautions in this one. They're going to see 3 to go right here. Two to go off of turn number 4. Brett Wheeler in front of Craig Dunn. Brent Hobson runs in the 3rd spot. Keeping our eyes on the 56 machine. He gets the white flag this time by 1 more lap around. Just about 12 seconds. Oh, Dunn went for it on the inside, clipped a tire, and that's going to seal his fate. Brett Wheeler going to pick up the win here tonight. iRacing Fast Series 360 Sprint Cars. Craig Dunn second, Brent Hobson third. Carter Chevalier in fourth, Jay Overy, Jimmy Mars, Jason Randolph, Jeff Stewart, Hunter Brady, Mason Hannigan, rounding out your top 10. We'll try to get the top 3 in here. Get a little interview with those guys. I know the winner is in TeamSpeak with me. I am hoping second and third come in and give us the opportunity.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Get out here and get a look. Wait and see if Mr. Hobson makes it in. We do know that Mr. Wheeler is in. Mr. Dunn is here. We'll see if Mr. Hobson shows up for us. There's Mr. Hobson. Let's grab him real quick. Brent Hobson, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, 3rd place tonight. Track looked like it was tricky in spots. Talk to us about that race. Give us a little info on the track and tell us how you come home on the bottom of the podium tonight.
Oh, yeah, this track's always kind of hard to me, but these wing cars are tough everywhere for me. So I'm sure there were some people that wrecked out that allowed me to get this 3rd place finish, but I'll take it.
Yeah, no matter if they wrecked or not, you still had to complete all 40 laps. So in our book, you earned it, man. How was the racing? I mean, how treacherous was it? Could you really go all the way up by the fence? We saw a couple cars up there, and then we saw a lot of guys trying to work the bottom. Where were you working out the best tonight?
I was middle most of the time. I went up to the top a few times, but I'm scared of the top here. I usually end up looped around or into the wall, so I just played it safe and run through the middle. There was still quite a bit of grip if you just kind of easy on the throttle through the slick spots.
Well, man, you come home in 3rd. That's a great run for you tonight. Give us your rundown on your sponsors, man. We'll let you go celebrate, bud.
Yeah, I just want to thank Killer Focus Photography. Check them out on Instagram. And there's a lot of drift and dirt car racing photography. And car deal's okay. Thanks to Josh over there. I appreciate it.
All right, Brett, thanks for chatting with us. Look forward to seeing you on the podium again real soon, bud.
Thanks.
All right, your 3rd place finisher, Brent Hobson. Let's move over here. Talk to Craig Dunn real quick. Oh, there he is. Craig, you got a copy?
I do, Roger. How are you, mate?
I am good, sir. How are you doing this evening? Great run for you in 2nd place, sir.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, looked like a little this, little that. You tried to go down to the bottom there, kind of towards the middle and the end of that race. You just not find anything at the top, or did you think you had a chance to close in on Brett?
I got stuck. Well, I didn't get stuck. I got slowed up a little bit by Carter there, running the top behind him, and he made a mistake, and I got by him, and then I was lucky enough for the yellow to come out, and I pretty much thought I had to run somewhere Brett wasn't, otherwise I wasn't going to catch him. So I thought, well, I'll give the middle and the bottom a go, and the bottom seemed to work with about 10 to go, and I made a couple of mistakes, and then that was pretty much all she wrote.
Yeah, we saw you on that last lap go in there and clip that tire, and that's never a good deal. But a fantastic run. You still come home in 2nd. I'm sure you got a list of sponsors you want to thank, and we'll let you have a big celebration.
Yeah, obviously Team SETI, Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum, Wicked Relief, Cognitive Warriors, all of those guys, mate. They do a lot for the racing community and the iRacing community. So, big thanks to them.
All
And
right,
obviously you guys for broadcasting, and Mason for putting it on, and all those guys for putting on the league.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to chat with us. Look forward to talking to you again in the future.
Cheers. Thanks, Roger. Have a good one, mate.
You too, bud. All right, Craig Dunn, your second place finisher. Now let's get that cream puff in here, the winner. Brett Wheeler, you got a copy?
Sure do.
Well, I don't know how you did it, but you led every single lap of this thing. You come home on the top of the podium, man. Talk to us about the race and picking up the victory here.
I kind of got lucky, actually, because I didn't realize that there was an invert after the heat races. So I was actually, preparing for an 8th starting position, but due to the invert, we started on pole, and we just got a good start. And, our car was pretty good on the top side, probably up until those last sort of 5, 6, 7 laps. I was just struggling there at the end, but we threw something different at the setup. We actually had a Knoxville set up in tonight, so it just seemed to pay off.
Yeah, I don't think the track went through too many changes. I did see a few times there on the exit of 2. Several cars got a little bit, shall we say, on the squirrely side. Was it getting kind of slick out there, or were guys just really missing it?
I got slick towards those last 10 to 15 laps. Sort of watching my relative and just, trying to keep an eye on Craig to see how fast he was catching me. Not going to lie, I did peek up at the mirror a couple of times just to see where he was running. I seen him running down low, so I went mid-track, and it just wasn't for me. So, the top was tricky to run. It was slick, and then there was loose dirt covering the slick, so you really had to go half throttle through the turns and pick your speed up on the exit of the turns to be consistent and fast.
All right, well, a fantastic run. Like I said, you led every single lap. I'm sure you got some sponsors you'd like to thank, and then we'll let you have a celebration tonight, sir.
Yeah, first off, thanks to Carter and Mason for putting on the iRacing Fast series. Thank you to yourself and the Dirt Racing Network for putting on these broadcasts. It's much appreciated. I know what it takes to do these things. It can be tiring sometimes, but just thanks to all the guys at Black Diamond Motorsports, and of course our sponsors there, UDTV, 19 Designs, Tim Dirt Track Simulators, everybody that helps out. Much appreciated.
All right, man. Well, congratulations again. We look forward to talking to you, maybe even on top of the podium in the near future, buddy.
Yeah, thanks you. Thank you. Woo, let's get it.
All right, Brett Wheeler picks up the win. Always fun to talk to my Aussie buddy there. Him and Craig Dunn back to back. Aussies go 1-2. And then Brent Hobson picks up a third tonight. That is going to do it for us. iRacing Fast Series. Don't forget, in just about an hour, the Dirt Slingers, Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series are coming at you from Williams Grove tonight. Tune in for that. Mike Peterson will be up in the booth. For Mike and myself, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the show. Guys, tune back in just a little while. We will see you shortly. Until then, everybody keep it dirty.